Yo, what's up, YouTube? So today's day 6. For day 5, I did the Q&A. Now, here's the thing. Like, physically, as I'm recording this right now, today is day 7, but I'm doing the day 6 video. And the reason is because the last 2 days have just been pretty rough. So what I ended up doing today was I left the little bits and pieces that I recorded and all the extra little junk that I would normally cut out. I left it in there and I just sped it up. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like booting around here, doing whatever, and all of a sudden I disappear and come back and stand just depressed. And then this is like hours later in the day when I decided to go back and do something else. So let's talk about the workout a little bit. Did some squats, hated it, just not feeling it. And then when I do these, what I'm trying to get is the rear delt, like it's the rear delt fly on the cable. But I always feel like I'm using a lot of shoulder in this, you know. Maybe my hands need to be a little bit higher, or angle the hand differently and lean forward a little bit. So I'm going to kind of dick around with those to figure out what feels good. But I've got some left side and right side, and the right side lighting looks a little bit better. The next clip that's coming up. So you'll be able to see some of the back and shoulder muscles there in action. But anyways, so yeah, so I've just been having a rough time, whether it be I'm just like not in the mood, kind of depressed, have a headache, I'm dealing with, the kid and the wife and cooking and cleaning and, work and everything. And I don't know, it's just, like a lot, right? So I'm not a 19-year-old kid that can just like, I don't know, maybe it's not an excuse, but like, go to school and then go to the gym and then like not have too many responsibilities or whatever the case. I know there's a lot of people that work and stuff, but anyways, pushing 38 and, having worked out and done construction a lot in my life and stuff and so on and so forth, I don't feel any obligation of like showing up, every single day like I've got something to accomplish or somebody to impress. I do it for me. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because it feels good. So when it doesn't feel good, I don't really want to do it anymore. So sometimes I push myself and sometimes I don't. And for me, I guess that's just fucking okay. Like there's no one's going to convince me of otherwise. So it is what it is. But so doing some kickbacks. I do got quite a bit of swing on the elbow. So I could probably get that a little bit more strict, but again, if I'm doing something, it's because I like it. So these were feeling, pretty good. And, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't really like about this video. Namely just like, how fat I look here and, just the whatever level of mood that I was in. And the lack of like programming, I think, is really demotivating me. If I had to like kind of like look at the situation, when I had the gym membership, it was a lot easier because I had access to all the different machines and everything I wanted. So there was a lot of like plate loaded machines for, chest and back and, my high rows and all that stuff that I'm missing, that I just kind of like, I really enjoy it. Like I miss it, like emotionally. Right. But as soon as we get the plates here in the house, then we'll be able to load up that bar, and I can use the Smith and a bench to do, the chest and back and things like that. And I'll be able to put some extra weight on the cables, and I think it'll just make the whole thing a lot smoother. I'll feel a lot better about the whole situation. Plus having the bench will help me with things like, these bicep curls. So I don't gotta like hold myself. I can use the bench to do that. And I'll feel like my room, is put more together as far as the gym equipment's concerned. So I think just that'll give me like a mental boost, having that. One of my viewers had mentioned that he only had, like some dumbbells and a bench, and maybe there was something else I forget, but there's quite a bit that you can do with dumbbells. In all honesty, I really like them, and I think in a situation where, you know, we maybe wanted to be a little bit more space and budget friendly, and we weren't as crazy as to like remove our bed from the master bedroom to put a Smith machine in there. You know, that's the way to go about it. It's just like a bench and then the dumbbells. The only reason that I didn't really go the dumbbell route, aside from the fact that like we wanted to be able to do like hip thrusts, you know, on the Smith and things like this, was really just the fact that like the progression that I'm at is that like I bench, you know, anywhere between, I don't know, 60 to 80 pounds, like dumbbell press, like flat bench. And then so progressing means that like on some days where I'm doing a little bit more volume and I'm doing, let's say like, you know, 65s or 60s or something, or where I know I've got some flies, so I'll do like 60s and then I'll switch to, you know, doing like, I don't know, whatever weight it is that I got for the flies and getting that extra volume. I need to have 60s, 65s, 70s, 75s. And so at, you know, probably like $1 per pound or more, just in those sets of weights, 60 is 120, then we got like 130, then we have 140, then we have 150. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, that's like $600-700 worth of dumbbells, you know, probably to get like the rack version of like 50 to 75s or 50 to 80s or something, I don't know what, right? And then what happens when I progress and I get to, you know, 100 for the bench. So for me, it was just kind of like more simple to have a machine like this where it was more useful for both the wife and I. And then, you know, this one having a weight stack of whatever it is, 75 pounds, we can throw a plate or two on or some little like 5s and 10s and get pretty good workouts in a whole bunch of different manner, you know. But so it became more versatile, became a little bit cheaper. But if I was using weights, you know, for everything except for like, you know, squatting and benching or something, you know, like dumbbell bench press, then I could get away with one of those like $200 or $300 racks, or those adjustable ones where you like screw the cap off and you put the weight on, which are under like $200, $300, you know. So that'd be super useful. But that's why we ended up going for the machine. But I think dumbbells are really great, especially with a bench. I guess it just kind of depends on what you're trying to do with them. So yeah, I agree that it would be kind of tough if you were benching. But so anyways, that's the end of the video. What did I say? Day 6. I've got some video for day 7. So I just need to edit that and I'll throw that up. So I'll let you enjoy the last few seconds here, and I'll get that other video ready for you guys. See ya.